There we go. Now I got some play. That's what he said. Hello, welcome to YouTube. Today I'm going to be working on my sister's Nissan Xterra. There's a link up above my head floating on the screen that will get you caught up on the last time I worked on this thing. The last video you guys requested to see some more Xterra content, and I was hoping to be able to work in my new shop. However, I have no tools there, no way to get tools there, and no lift to work on this. So we're gonna do it in here. Oh, these are heavy. Oh geez. Decided to help my sister out a bit, and I bought her a lift kit for the Xterra. I look like a corpse. Hold on a second. There you go. I don't know why I was set on that whiteness level. It's crazy. So, what I got is, are you shocked to see what I chose? These are not sponsored. FYI. Bought some Bilsteins 4600s. I was gonna get the 5100s, but they only had the fronts or the rears. They stopped making one or the other for this truck, so. These right here are 2-inch lift shackles for the rear. Pretty much what I researched was to do less than a 3-inch lift on here, the best way to go is a set of 2-inch shackles for the rear, and those shocks are for 0 to 3 inches of lift, and then the torsion bars in the front. Ooh, these guys right here, these are the torsion bars. Are already cranked up. I'm gonna see how much they're cranked up, but you can lift to almost 3 inches, I think, in the front just by cranking those guys up. So it's gonna be like a 2.5 inch lift, 2.5 inch all the way around. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to use this jack to lift this truck up because the frame is so weird on this thing. So much for that. Maybe. Yeah, that's as high as that jack stand can safely go. So, I mean, it's enough to get the tire a little off the ground. I just hope that's gonna work because that's all I can do. Okay, I just noticed she has a broken stud. Yep, for sure that thing's busted off, so I have to order one of them. While I have the tire off for the first time, a good thing to do is to inspect all the suspension components in the front, because this thing does have over 250,000 miles on it. And when you lift one of these Xterras above a certain height, I think it's over 3 inches, it's good to do aftermarket upper control arms to correct the suspension geometry. However, we're not going that high of a lift, so it'll possibly might be out a little bit, but this is budget. Remember, budget. Gasdruck dash Stoßdampfer. Oops, that was tight. Good thing I'm throwing all that stuff away. Oh yeah, these rubbers are all dried up. That's what no one said. Working on trucks is so easy. Like, so easy compared to cars, because there's so much room to get into everything, and everything is big and beefy. It has like nothing to it anymore. I can't help but clean before I put the parts in. I don't know why I have this problem. There we go, it's a little cleaner. Okay, I don't know which way is inside, I don't think it matters. Are you in yet? That's what she said. I'm hoping I can suck it down with this nut. I don't know what kind of innuendo that is. I think it'll work though. I think it'll compress it enough. Make it easier. I got this one that's like a fulcruming pry bar. This looks so good. This truck needs to be painted yellow. There, it's in. Innuendo. I'll have to get a wheel stud later. For now, I'll just put this thing back together. Softer setting. All right, good to go. Oh geez. I know it's for the Xterra. Ooh. It took like 3.5 weeks to get this thing, but I finally got it. Yay! Oh, so much better. So much better. It's a brand new grille for the front of the truck since the other one was like shattered in so many pieces. And this one is not, thankfully. Good. Yeah, boy. Dude, this thing matches really good and it's not even meant to. I was planning on painting this, but geez. It's not a perfect match, but this is an off-road vehicle, not a show car. I swear, this thing has every piece of wonky, incorrect hardware possible. None of this stuff is factory hardware. Look at that. Why? This one's a little bit more believable. A Phillips screw? Possibly. Possibly. Maybe. That's the right hardware. I took the hamburger bun off the old grill. Someone spray painted it black, so just gotta try to get that black paint off the chrome. And if not, then just get a new emblem. But try to save this one. Keep in mind the bumper is dirty, but I would say that is a pretty close match considering I didn't plan this. I think that's just gonna be good enough. Totally fine. This is an absolutely perfectly good operational strut. This morning when I pulled this thing in here, I crawled into the front and I was looking at the torsion bars. I don't even think they're really turned up that much. There's like maybe a 1/2 inch of thread that's like fresh. So I think it can go up quite a bit more in the front. It's a workout every day in this garage. Every day is a workout. I really want to paint the frame on this thing. When I lifted up the back of the truck, I think it's engine oil. It smells like engine oil, but it doesn't make sense that I lifted up the rear of the truck and all that started pouring out between the back of the block and the transmission bell housing. The rear of the engine was in the air. There's no reason why a rear main seal would leak with the rear of the engine in the air. But it smells like engine oil. I suspect this truck did not spend its entire life in Arizona because this would never happen in Arizona, nor would any surface rust on the frame. I'm thinking this thing took a trip elsewhere where they use salt. Jeez. That thing was really in there. Gross. There we go. Keep that guy off. It'd probably make it easier if ooh, what fell out of there? Spider poop. It'd probably make it easier to take these side bumper caps off, which they need to be painted anyway, but that's okay. I'm used to doing things difficult. Oh, you do all kinds of shape things when I loosen you, huh? Aha! That works. Ta-da! It's off. Got it. Jabberwockies. Got it. Disassemble. No disassemble. It's all taken apart. See that? All taken apart. Except for the shock. I gotta get that thing out of there. But that's easy. Considering I've never done this before, that is incredibly easy. It's pretty common sense oriented. Saying common sense oriented was more difficult than doing that. I should paint that. This is probably not the smartest thing I've ever done before. Come on, get out of there. Got it. So the shocks that were on here are reflex shocks. I've never heard of reflex before. Bilstein could make absolute poop suspension, but I would still buy them because they're pretty colors. I mean, that's such a nice color combination. It reminds me of like the Spoon Civic. I want to make sure I install these the most visually satisfying way possible. Okay, that's good enough for now. So this seems pretty self-explanatory now to get these shackles on. I gotta figure out how to get this bushing off the old shackle. Yeah, put that inside there and spray some quick detail spray wax in there. That should get it off. Oh yeah, now let's see. Look at that. A little bit of lube, that's all it needs, a little bit of lube. Oh wait, this right here, I shot with a little bit of rubber undercoating. Just want this thing just attached. Not looking for it to be on there all the way. Oh no. It doesn't matter which way I go about doing this. Either way, I think I gotta disconnect this rear sway bar to get the axle low enough so I can connect the shackle or line up the axle to the little guide pins. There's no way to do it without, I mean, I guess I could put a jack in between these two, but that's sketchy. There we go, now I got some play. That's what he said. My innuendo game is strong in this video. Yeah. Well, that's a lot better than it was before. I think I can get that bolted together. If you're watching this and cringing because I'm doing this backwards, keep in mind I've never done this before. So I'm just kind of winging it. There you go. There, now my guide pins are lined up and everything. Let's get my shock on there. Just like so. I didn't torque any of the hardware to spec. I'm gonna do that when I have the weight of the vehicle on the ground. And also the 4 nuts on those 2 U-bolts that go over the axle, those things I tightened them in a cross pattern equally and actually measured the threads to make sure that I tightened it equally, because if not, it'll potentially loosen the hardware if you're going over a rough road, or you'll just have a bunch of squeaks and rattles and stuff. That's much higher. Thanks for doing this. I have dirt all over my forehead and it's 9 o'clock at night. I'm pretty exhausted, but I gotta crank up these torsion bars a tad bit more in the front and then tighten all the hardware in the back that I touched to spec with the torque wrench. So this bolt right here, on the top half, you can see there's a threaded body up there. There's a nut. You gotta loosen that nut, and then if you rotate this clockwise, it's gonna turn the torsion bar, which will then make the suspension arms go like that and lift the front of the truck. One thing I'm noticing though is, look how flush this is with this bottom frame rail, and that one's protruding, which is making me nervous. See what I'm talking about? This one protrudes all the way down below this frame rail. Oh. This one has way less stud up here than the other side. Whoever adjusted these torsion bars before did it completely wrong. That's why that one over there is hanging so far down, because I think that one over there is possibly maxed out, but this one isn't. And what I need to do, because they're way out of whack left to right, is I need to take the hardware all the way out and reset these things so that way I know they're equal left to right. And that's not gonna be quick to do this. Oh, hair headache, hair headache. Oh, I've had my hair in a ponytail for too long. Would you like a secret to extra volume in your hair? Roll around in the dirt. Adds tons of volume. Anyway, I am not going to continue doing this tonight because I need to order a front right wheel bearing for this thing, as well as ball joints, and the tie rods also should be changed out. The boots on those are all torn and nasty. It's lifted-ish. It's just not, it's not configured in the front correctly. I want to make sure I do it right, so I need more parts to do it right. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon with another video. Bye!